to you, Mr. Wick.
42 regular, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Mr. DVB here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about John Wick Chapter 4. So I'm a little late with this video. I saw the film in theaters last Saturday, came out of the cinema with my first initial thoughts, but I wasn't quite ready to make a video on it and really dive into everything, because this is a movie that has been talked about a lot over the last couple of weeks. The reviews for this movie have been extremely positive. Lots of people saying it's one of the best action movies of the last decade, and some even going as far as to say that they think it's one of the best action movies of all time, which is obviously a huge statement. And so I wanted to let my thoughts sit a little bit on this movie before I came out and gave a video saying what I thought about it myself. So after having given myself about a week now, I am ready to give my thoughts on John Wick Chapter 4, and my thoughts are extremely positive. I loved this movie. I think it is fantastic. I'm somebody who really enjoyed the first 3 John Wick movies. I think they're super badass, great choreography, they look awesome and everything. And I was looking forward to the 4th one naturally because of that, but the trailers didn't wow me. It looked like more of the same, which isn't a bad thing, but I just wasn't expecting the reviews to be this positive. And even when I heard the positive reviews, it definitely got me more excited, but I still thought to myself, like, is it actually that good? Can it be, like, that much better than the previous films and whatever? And after seeing it, honestly, I do think so. I think John Wick Chapter 4 is one of the best action movies of all time. I mean, I know that's a huge statement to come out with, but I thought this movie was fantastic. There is a certain feeling I got watching this movie. I don't know how to describe it. It's just this feeling I've had only a very few select times seeing a movie in theaters, where sort of just like everything going on in the film, the sound, the visuals, everything, just kind of all clicks with me, and I'm just kind of amazed. I don't know how to describe it. It's a feeling I get in, like, you know, very minor sometimes throughout the years with movies. Like, I got it a little bit last year with films like The Batman and whatnot. But even then, not like to this extent, I think, since probably Blade Runner 2049, and before that, Interstellar, which is my favorite movie of all time. So I'm not going to jump out and say that I think this is one of the best films of the last decade, but seeing this film again in the future, I could see myself honestly getting to that point. I truly loved this movie. I thought it was excellent. So I'll start off with the story. It is very basic, just like it is with all of the other John Wick movies. You know, if you're somebody who doesn't like very basic plots, then the John Wick franchise probably isn't for you. But to me, story's not the most important thing, or at least, like, you know, how interesting your plot is. You can have a very basic surface level plot, but if you have interesting characters that drive it forward, then that makes all the difference. And I actually really liked what they did with the characters in John Wick Chapter 4. I liked John here. There's this new character named Kane, played by the actor who was in Rogue One, who played Jared Imwe. His name has escaped my mind. I have my phone here. I'll check it real quick. Donnie Yen. He's fantastic in this movie. The relationship between him and John in this film, I really, really liked. I don't want to dive into it spoiler-wise or anything, but there's just this dynamic that plays out between the two of them, where they see things in a quite a similar way, and I just really like that. I thought it made for a very interesting addition to the story this time around. You also have new additions like Bill Skarsgård playing the villain of the movie, who I really liked, and then returning characters like Winston and Lawrence Fishburne, etc., who are all really good in this movie as well. So from a cast standpoint, I think this is probably the strongest film in the franchise. There's just, you know, really interesting new characters. The returning ones are great as always, and it just all around worked very well for me. And then, yeah, that's the story is very basic. Like I said, essentially John is just going out for revenge against the High Table, trying to find a way to finally get his name cleared and not have a target on his back anymore. So it's kind of just a continuation of what we saw in 3, but like I said, with more interesting characters this time around. The movie is 2 hours and 50 minutes as well, which is obviously extremely long, but it didn't feel like that to me. There obviously are times where you'll think about the movie, like, or like the opening scene, and you're like, damn, that was a long time ago. But I never felt like the movie was like really slow or dragging on a ton. It goes by pretty fast for what it is, and that is obviously quite an accomplishment. So let's talk about the action sequences, because obviously they are like the most important thing when it comes to a movie like this. They're phenomenal. It's actually less violent than I would say the second and third film, but just in terms of the choreography and like the size of the set pieces and everything, they're fantastic here. There's, you know, nunchucks, knives, shurikens, bows and arrows, all kinds of things. And the way that they present these action sequences is really great as well. There's this one sequence which everybody is talking about where the entire thing is done from this overhead camera view angle looking down on John Wick. So it plays out kind of like a video game like Hotline Miami or something like that. And that whole sequence goes on for probably about 3 minutes or so. And it honestly blew my mind. Like, just thinking about how they would have shot that sequence, it's so damn cool. And, that type of stuff really helps this movie stand out from the second and third film, because 2 and 3 are extremely similar stylistically. And this one, I think, definitely changed things up a little bit and changed them up enough to the point where it feels fresh instead of getting a little bit repetitive, which I found to be an issue with 3 at times. The colors in the movie are gorgeous. I mean, there's just some really amazing cinematography and visuals here. The one scene in particular that, gave me that, like, moment where I was kind of like, this is amazing, was this one club scene where he's fighting this really big character in a fat suit. And that whole scene, there was a lot of really good tension before the fight happened, which is one thing that the previous films didn't do that much, was build up a ton of tension before the fights. They would kind of just jump into them. This one, there's that one scene in particular in the club where it's building tension for a couple of minutes with these characters before the fight happens. So it wasn't even just the fight itself that I really liked. It was just that tension, and then the sequence just looked amazing. It's in this big club. The lights are incredible. There's like a couple of like uses of slow motion and whatnot, and it just, everything, that and the sound design, it all kind of just hit me, and I was like, wow, this is incredible. And like I said, I don't get that feeling very often with movies. So when I get that feeling, it is something special. So across the board, I mean, fantastic movie. I loved it. I think all those things are done extremely well. So there you have it, guys. John Wick Chapter 4, fantastic movie. My score for this film is a 10 out of 10, which is obviously very high. I'm going to see it again, hopefully. I'm going to try to go with my brother before it's out of IMAX. Don't know if that's going to happen, because I think Dungeons & Dragons is taking over soon. But excellent movie. Just everything about it worked so well for me, and I really, really think you guys should check out this film if you have seen the others and enjoyed them. And if you haven't, watch them and go see this, because it is worth it. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.